InfoWarsLife.com. Check it out today. I have set out to bring you the most hardcore, cutting-edge supplements and nutraceuticals, bar none. And that's what you'll find at InfoWarsLife.com. We have rejected literally hundreds of products from the InfoWars Life line because they are not of the very highest quality, or because they're not 100% organic, or because they don't pass all of the strictest toxicology tests there are that we have listed at InfoWarsLife.com. Whether it's Survival Shield Nascent Iodine, or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder, I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com and believed in us and tried the products. Folks, check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO, organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality.
Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds. Is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
With Anthony Gucciardi and David Knight. Unbelievable that we're already into November here on this Sunday transmission. Okay, we only got 2 segments left. We got to move quick. We've got a bunch of election fraud news. They've got ballot initiatives where foreigners can come here and vote. I mean, this is getting really naked. This is getting out in the open. But Anthony, finishing up with that stack of news articles, Wall Street Journal, Fox News, CNN, admitting everything we've been telling everybody forever, that BPA and glyphosate and all of this stuff is absolutely targeting us, then why did government put it into the food chain? Anthony, finish up.
Exactly. We're talking about the trifecta of attack, the 3 things that I think are absolutely key that the government continues to push on us, admitted by Forbes, CNN, every single major news source, basically, and federal government journals, all killing you, making you infertile, and making you stupid. And this ties directly into the question of why are they doing this with Ebola? The government could never possibly have any ill means towards us, and they want to save us. Totally untrue.
That's why they injected black folks for 48 years secretly with syphilis, or where they radiated soldiers to death or foster children. They wanted to help them get into little pine boxes.
And that's why they give Monsanto speedy approval for their new GMOs and Roundup. So let's talk about Monsanto for a minute. Everyone hates Monsanto, but I don't think a lot of people understand what Roundup is. So it's their herbicide. It's the #1 selling herbicide in the United States.
It's estrogen.
Basically, it's so many mimickers, it's insane. It's based on glyphosate, which is patented and owned by Monsanto. And the key thing about glyphosate is it's in all of our foods. It's in all of baby's blood. It's on all of the breast milk. It's even if you're eating organic, you're still getting exposed to glyphosate.
We're swimming in it. It's in basically all water supply.
It's in the water supply. It's contaminated all the groundwater. So what does glyphosate do? Well, basically it kills bugs and it kills weeds mainly, since it's an herbicide, but it does kill bugs too. They can use it as a pesticide. But what it mainly does,
killing a bug means it's good for us.
Oh, of course. And it grows.
It's like BT corn grows its own pesticide that kills bugs. I mean, you eat something kills bugs. I mean, it's,
right. And those are
get a can of Raid, drink it. I mean, that would kill you, but
oh, it's great, yeah.
But I mean, a conspiracy theorist.
Well, you're a conspiracy theorist, just like the federal government journal admits that fluoride lowers your IQ and it kills you and causes 25% enhanced tumor growth. But anyway.
And sevenfold increase in bone cancer in men.
And the National Cancer Institute, Dr. Dean Burke, says 1 part per million can actually murder you and kill you. But anyway, so let's talk about this. So glyphosate kills the beneficial bacteria in your gut. And why is this important? It does a lot of things. It causes cancer, it ruins your liver. But the most important thing to me is that it kills the beneficial gut bacteria. And this is important because, as it's been shown in Live Science, and I always talked about this article because it's very powerful, it talks about the role of gut bacteria and what that means. Your gut is directly linked to your head. Your brain and your gut are symbiotic. They actually feed off each other. Here's from Live Science. This is May 22nd, 2011, so we've known this for a long time, since actually like 50 years.
Another conspiracy theory.
Another conspiracy
theory.
Your
gut feeds you and it's connected to your brain.
And keep in mind, Live Science is basically just a news website that types up the latest studies. So anyway, it says the role of gut bacteria in the body may extend beyond the stomach and intestines all the way to the brain. A new study, it might suggest, we've done it for like 50 years. The results show disrupting the normal gut flora, probiotic bacteria in the gut, of mice leads to changes in the animal's behavior, making them less timid, more adventurous, as well as leading to changes in their brain chemistry. So overall, it actually makes them insane. And it's been linked to schizophrenia.
Well, that's like in the study they covered, the feds paid for. A little bit of Prozac in the water makes shrimp suicidal. They'll swim right up to a big fish.
Yeah, well, look at this. It says it's been associated with gastrointestinal disorders and gut flora disorders being associated with adverse behavior, including depression and anxiety.
Why are you racist against killing certain gut flora?
Well, I'm racist against Monsanto causing suicides, and about 1 farmer every 30 minutes in India kills themselves because of Monsanto as well. But specifically, this means that when you're eating this glyphosate and you're eating the other things and drinking alcohol and all that stuff, you're killing your gut flora, right? And alcohol overall, if you're drinking sometimes, wouldn't be that bad, except you're drinking basically glyphosate every single day.
Hold on, back up that statement, because it's well known that they planted the cotton and then it messed them up. And so the farmers are saying that. Monsanto never did anything wrong with Agent Orange or dioxin, and I think they're great people.
You're right. You're right. They paid $90 million in a settlement to a small town just because they wanted to be good people, not because they had harsh mutations that created like 4-legged monster babies and everything like that. Everything was fine in nitro.
That's right.
Everything was good.
I think all I'm going to eat is fast food owned by Monsanto. Well, they own the largest fast food chain.
You know, the U.S. government agrees with you, and it brings me up to this Guardian article that's really powerful from WikiLeaks, some information from Cables, called WikiLeaks, U.S. targets EU over GM crops. And by the way, it's total whitewash. What actually happened was some of the diplomats in Spain and other areas from the United States said that if you don't keep selling Monsanto's biotech crops, we're going to have trade wars with you. We're going to put sanctions on you and destroy your economy if you don't sell Monsanto's crops. Gee, that's interesting. The government loves you, and they know that it's making you insane and causing schizophrenia and causing anxiety, depression, and suicide, just eating some of their stuff, and that GMOs are dismantling your very genetic code. But if other countries refuse to sell it, the United States is going to put trade sanctions and issue trade wars against countries that...
And it's admitted that a lot of these BT corns and other things are changing our genetics. It's leaking into it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with diabetes up 3,000% or cancer up in children 10,000%? Pediatric cancer is trendy.
No, it's really cool. It's ripping holes in your gut. That's irritable bowel syndrome. It's destroying your colon.
German studies killing honeybees that eat the pollen of the corn. What's wrong with that?
And then you take...
Why are you racist against killing honeybees?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you racist against causing schizophrenia?
Well, good job. We cover it all at Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, StoryLeak.com, and we're fighting back with things like Survival Shield X2, nascent iodine. They want to put fluoride in. The good halogen is iodine that blocks it. InfoWarsLife.com, the lung shield, the colloidal silver bullet, InfoWarsLife.com. Anthony, you'll be covering this more on InfoWars Nightly News on the show. We're going to break in a few minutes. I want to come back with election fraud in the final segment with David Knight, who's here as we get ready to focus. Next Tuesday night, we're going to broadcast for like 10 hours at Infowars.com, separate from the radio show, with election coverage. David Knight will be there quarterbacking that with myself and others, Shakari Jackson, Leanne McAdoo, Darren McBreen, John Bound, and Don Salazar and Kit Daniels and Kurt Nemo and so many others I haven't mentioned here. But briefly as we go to break, though, I know you're an engineer by training, a scientist. What is your take, David Knight, seeing all those articles about the glyphosates, the fluoride, and everything else? Are you a closed-minded conspiracy theorist? Prove you're good. Eat a teaspoon of fluoride and die to prove that you want to die for the government.
Well, you know, Alex, what I tell people, even before I get into the argument about what's good for you, what's bad for you, if fluoride is good for you, anything, why would you mass medicate the public by dumping it into the water supply? Everyone knows, from just common sense, that if you don't give the same dosage to a child, to a baby, that you do to an adult. It varies. And you can't control that when you dump it into the water supply. So if they're going to take anything and just dump it into the water, they can't control the dosage that anybody gets. And anything you take in the wrong dosage can be toxic. So certainly we know from this research that there's a lot of issues with fluoride, with glyphosate, with all these other things. You know, I try to filter it out as much as possible in my water, but, you know, when you're traveling, it's very difficult to do that. And so, you know, you're going to get fluoride in your water, but why would you pay to have it dumped into your water?
Well, that's another scam, is that the city of Austin pays millions a year.
Yeah.
And it's not even sodium fluoride that you do need some of.
Right.
It is the electrified hydrofluorosilicic acid.
Calcium fluoride you need some of, yeah.
Yeah.
We know why they're doing it is because...
That's right. It's calcium fluoride, not sodium fluoride, Anthony. Thank you. The point is that they're dumping electrified, deadly stuff in with hundreds of other chemicals. You know, most of our fluoride comes from China, and it's over 300 chemicals. It's lead, mercury, arsenic. It's a huge joke. They dump toxic waste in the water.
They would have to pay a lot of money to dispose of this toxic waste. And this started back with the aluminum companies. It picked up speed with the nuclear industry. They had these toxic waste byproducts from what they were doing in their industrial processes. Instead of disposing it safely, what they did was they convinced everybody that they needed it for their health and then had us pay to have it dumped into our water.
That's it. And how dare you have history, common sense, analysis. I want to apologize to the listeners. Drink extra fluoride. Drink the hydrofluorosilicic acid. Totally deadly. Many times more deadly in the studies than just regular sodium fluoride. The government loves you. Take all the shots. Eat GMO. Submit to them. That's some fairness in broadcasting there.
When I was in Bilderberg, I actually had a guy come over, talk to me privately and say, you know, I follow you guys all the time. I try to tell my friends here about you. And he goes, this one guy, he would not believe that you guys were legit. He said, nobody would dump fluoride into the water. They don't do it there. He couldn't believe that a government would do that. So because we talk about that, we're absolutely crazy. And he wouldn't listen to the fact that they put fluoride in the water here. He thought it was such an absurd idea.
That's right. We sent you over to Copenhagen to cover that. You did a great job with your wife. We'll be right back with David Knight on all the election news. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com extremist.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of superoxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.